please.
Hello, my name is Sebulan. I come from Moderata ungdomsförbundet, the Moderate Youth League. My question is to Foreign Minister Bildt. Mr. Bildt, could you please elaborate on what measures are being taken on a political level to address the risks of chemical weapons falling into the hands of terrorists? Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we'll take a final question up there, please. Mr. Bildt.
On the how to prevent terrorist groups from getting hold of these things. I mean, first, keep track of the terrorist groups. Because some of them are the orientation that anything that they get hold of, they will use. So the first thing is keep track of the groups. I mean, that's somewhat easier to say than done. But that's a fundamental. Secondly, keep track of things. There could be material, there could be chemicals. All of these two things are essentially intelligence issues. But very important to be able to do that. And then you might say that two separate categories of challenges. One is sort of, remember the loose nukes debates. Are there any remaining weapons that they can capture and use? Well, not that easy sometimes. I mean, if you capture a couple of artillery shells, you need an artillery piece. And you need to be able to operate a howitzer. Or if you have some sort of air-launched bombs, you need an aircraft. So it's not that easy to just capture a chemical weapon and start using it. They're difficult to handle, dangerous to handle sometimes, and very difficult to use in a tactical sense. The second is, of course, if they manufacture things on their own, which is not that easy either. We have the Tokyo subway experience to go for. But intelligence in order to deal with them as terrorist groups. And then we need to have certain resources. I mean, what we have in Sweden, for example, we have our Defence Research Establishment, which is extremely useful when it comes to these things. It's important that we keep and develop that competence so that we can answer the questions that might be there and look at samples and try to understand what's going on. And then a certain amount, I wouldn't call it intervention capability, but we still have in the armed forces what we call CBRN units that we have at the moment at the disposal of the European Battle Group that can deal with chemical and bacteriological and radiological and nuclear. It's not that they can fight those wars, but they can identify and they can neutralize to a certain extent. So these are capabilities that we need to have in order to counter an enduring issue that is going to be there irrespectively of the success of the convention and the OPCW.
And then finally, we had the Director General. I think you got questions regarding the destruction at sea, what were the challenges, but also what you deemed the most dangerous, the concealed weapons or the ones that were lost, please.